Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel now. I'm here with my friend Joe from ProRock Engineering. Now, we've been filming a series over here, and if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend it because it's absolutely mind-blowing. But this episode is going to be a bit of a walk around of his facility, and we may be able to go down to your place as well and have a squiz of what you got there. But let's go inside and check it out.
So we're mainly a wholesale company.
Yeah.
We distribute for parts for like ARB, Tough Dog, Fox, King, all the top brands for everything.
That's one thing I've noticed. It's not cheap stuff. You do all the very expensive things as well.
Everything that you buy in Australia for 10 bucks is 20 bucks or 30 bucks.
Yeah. Actually, he was telling me in the car earlier, 79 series Land Cruiser, how much is that here?
250 Australian.
$250,000. And like a 200 series, 300?
275.
Look at that. So it's kind of like you're importing like a Ram or a Ford into Australia, paying that import tax. And you're also saying you can't import second-hand cars.
No, you can't.
Unless you go to a museum. So we'll get to that in a second, but this is your showroom?
Yeah, this is a showroom. We have a few things displayed here, but mostly everybody who buys stuff from us is either online or they've known us and they know what they want. They just contact me and we just send it across.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so.
I love, look, I can't stop looking at this thing. Give us a quick rundown. This is in your showroom.
Yeah, this is based off a Russian military vehicle called the Waze. And it was about 1954. So my dad introduced me to the car world.
Yeah.
And I've always watched him restore cars. He's a car restorer. He doesn't modify things. And he built several of these, and this was a leftover firewall.
Right.
And he wanted to throw it out. I said, no, don't throw it out. That was about 20 odd years ago.
Wow.
And I kept it in the corner. And last year I thought, let's just do something with it. So I had this engine lying around, a few suspension parts lying around.
So you built all this stuff?
We built everything.
Yeah, right.
So the only thing original is just this rusty grille.
Yep.
And the rusty firewall and a bit at the back.
Yeah,
so
nice.
we made the chassis, custom chassis. We made the seats and all the metal work. It's all done by hand, which you'll see when we build the truck.
Yeah. So that's what another thing I've noticed is they're very, very good with sheet metal work and very, very good with reusing parts. Like there's petrol disc floating around. I saw the boys rebuilding a caliper because you can't just go down the road and buy one. There's no parts here, right? Everything's very, very rare. So even this motor, like, what is this? And it's got an American blower shop blower on it.
Yeah, this
all
is
imported stuff.
Yep. This is a custom built engine from Meseum Performance. Pushes out just 1 horsepower over 1,000. So
that's crazy. I really want to go for a spin in it. You reckon the boys can get it running? We can go for a quick.
We'll try that.
I would love that. We might sneak that in at the end of this episode. A quick run in the. What do you call it? Just your rat rod?
Yeah, it's a rat rod project of mine, and I wanted to show the people that we are capable of doing things without bogging everything up.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's fully naked.
Full metal.
Car.
Yeah. All right, we better keep moving because there's so much to see. Quickly talk about this car. This is another.
This one was
a visitor you had.
Yes, we had a visitor from America, from Dirt Every Day. They're part of the Discovery Motor Trend channel.
Yeah.
So
I've seen some of their stuff.
Yeah, they had 5 days to build something. They want to build something that they didn't have in America.
Yeah.
So we got this Daihatsu Scat, original car. We chopped it, made it into a ute, extended the chassis. Made custom suspension mounts, put 60 series diffs, air lockers,
in 5
gears,
days, 6 days,
3 days.
3 days. We got 3 days as well. So you've left all this to just show what you've.
Yeah, we kind of ran out of time to do the paint.
Yep.
So this is a cut and then lifted it up.
Yep.
And they took it off road on day 4, left on day 5. So whatever they bashed up, I just left as it is.
And clear coat, yeah.
Clear coated.
Bit of history. So this is the kind of stuff you see in the museum. Yeah. And I assume our truck will be the same.
Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah.
However that gets left, if we roll it and it's fronted, it's going in the museum like that.
My guys won't be happy if you roll it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. One more thing I do want to talk about in here is these wheels. You actually created your own set of wheels.
Yes. Yeah. We had difficulty importing wheels. Like the customs always change regulations. One day they said you can't import wheels.
Right.
So I have a friend who works at Toyota. He's the president director of the Toyota Wheel Company in Indonesia. And they actually supply throughout the whole world, through Japan, Lexus and everything. And it took me 3 years to convince him to make me custom wheels.
So we're running these on the truck?
Yes, we're running these. We're running the 16s in beadlock.
Yep.
These are retro styled. The good thing about these beadlocks or any wheels that we make are rated to 1600 kilos.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So the vehicle could be very heavy, like 4 or 5 ton.
Yeah, there's lifetime warranty. You smash it, crack it, I'll replace it. No questions asked.
Crazy.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
Come on, someone
Find
smash
one
it.
to break it. All right, so many bits. I'm seeing ARB, OME, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, there's anything that they want to import, they can get. But I think we should jump over and look at the museum. This is something that's in a work in progress, but we'll see what the plan is you've got for
You guys
are
actually the first people that I've allowed to air what we're actually doing. Even nobody in Indonesia knows what the hell.
How long have you been working on it?
Almost 1.5 years.
Crazy.
A lot of it was cleaning up the space. We had so much junk, so much timber, old cars. I would clean it all up. It took me seven months. Then we waited for the roof to be changed. Yeah. And then I got now 29 40-foot containers. And one 45-foot container. Chopped it all up and
here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
Let's go have a look.
Let's go have a look, yeah. Welcome to the Making Cars Museum.
Look at these massive locks. Right, what do we got in here?
All right, so there'll be a bit of history here. That's a plan about what this place is. And well, ProRock Engineering has been around for just over 15 years.
Yep.
And it started off as I chop my cars up.
Yeah.
Until my dad starts complaining, why are you chopping up cars? And I thought, I can't be the only person doing and loving this stuff. And I guess that passion became into parts.
Yeah.
We built several race cars, and I thought, if you want to be big, you can't just be building cars. You got to be trading parts.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
So from 90% building stuff and 10% parts, I've switched it pretty much the other way around.
Right. Yeah.
So the workshop part of ProRock is just a small part of ProRock.
Yep.
But it's the fun part.
Yeah. You build cool stuff.
Yeah. So this is designed to house maybe about 80 cars nicely, not squeezed up together.
Very creative with the architecture. Like all the containers are in different angles and positions and stuff, and all over the place. And you're leaving them painted like this.
Yeah, the outside painting them like this, and the insides we decorate.
Yeah.
So it's actually designed as a hub. So this is the center of the hub.
Yeah.
And the spokes come out.
All right, you can see each individual spot.
Yeah, we're getting a car, a Land Cruiser, I'm not telling you which one, and we're just doing the exploded.
You're telling me, so like chassis and motor and all hanging.
All hanging from here, so you can see it from the top.
I think we will have to come back. I mean, you're telling me it's going to be done around Christmas, like we'll see, but when it's finished, we'll definitely come back and see it all done. That'll be cool. We'll quickly look at this, because you said a customer was whinging you weren't
we never do Suzuki.
On a Suzuki.
Yeah, so
this happened.
We never did Suzukis, which is true. We never did small cars. We always built things with V8s and so on.
Yeah.
So he invited me to a show, a Suzuki Jamboree. He gave me 3 weeks and said, build a Suzuki. So I bought a body, chopped it, and I found a truck chassis of my dad, and we put some Dana 60s on, a Pontiac V8 automatic, a divorce transfer case, and I made it into my tow truck.
So you put a car on the back?
Yeah, I put my buggy on the back and drove it to Jakarta.
Wow.
And
that's cool.
They said, all right, you don't need to build a Jimny anymore.
You've overdone it. Right, this is a bit of a car yard area. Are these all your vehicles or some customers?
Yeah, mostly my vehicles that I never have time to do.
Yeah.
But this area here, I've designed it so that it's flexible space. So if you want to have a car contest, if you want to have a car show, even if some Aussie wants to come here to have a wedding, we can cater for it here.
Yeah,
Very cool. We can cater at least 1,000 people.
It's going to be left sort of open, this area?
But there'll be cars all over the place.
Yeah.
If someone wants the venue, then we'll clear it out. Yeah.
What's this? Looks rusty, been here for a while?
Yeah, it's been here for a long time. Something that I built for my kids, so make sure they can drive stick.
Yep.
It's a 1.5 litre Isuzu turbo diesel. One of my favorite engines, believe it or not, for rock crawling.
Yep.
Suzuki front rear diff, 4-wheel steering, linked, rear engine.
Yeah.
Something that they can have fun in.
That's cool.
I can
Very good.
finish it.
They just got to finish. Everything's
I have
half
to
finished.
finish it.
Everything's half finished. Classic cars. Aussies will love this because it's a car we have in Australia that we can't build so big.
Yep.
But very cool. Has it ever been running, or what's the idea with this?
Well, all the drivetrain is there. It's got to fix all the pinion angles and the suspension.
Yep.
It's actually a N80 body.
Yep.
On a 80 series extended
Right.
frame.
That's how you've done it.
I mean, I've seen everybody we've done a lot of projects where customer brings in a Hilux. Can you chop everything off, put 80 series diffs on it?
Yeah.
Why not start with an 80 series?
Yeah, right. Okay. So
put
you've
the body on
grafted the
it.
body on. Yeah. And what size are these tires? Like 40s?
42s.
42s on a Hilux.
42s.
There you go. Very cool. Classic cars in the background.
Yeah,
all sorts of stuff.
All sorts of stuff. And
There's a Hummer.
yeah, Hummer H1.
Yeah, because you were saying your dad has like a bit of military background. He's got a lot of old cars
Yes,
for military.
He loves his military vehicles.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how I got into 4x4
Yeah.
from him.
Yeah.
And he loves his classic American cars as well.
Yeah. I've seen some old Chevys in that, and you're saying you can't import old cars, but you must have just found a few floating around.
They were imported back in the day when nobody else made cars.
Right. Yep.
But right now you can't import.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Rules change.
Rules change.
This is a very tidy 80 series.
This is one
touring setup?
Yeah, touring setup. This is my car, which I've experimented on. It's on full airbags. Yeah, something that if my customer says I got an 80 series, what can I do?
Yep.
Show them this and so on, so on.
80s easier to get here, or they're also imported?
They were assembled in Indonesia.
Right.
So the first few were imported, but then they were assembled here by Toyota.
So you can get them.
You can get them, but they are not cheap.
Yeah, you're also saying like a 105, 60 grand?
Yeah, 60 grand.
Crazy money. Crazy money.
80 series actually more.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they're actually getting more value in Australia.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
I just remembered something. 200 series front end on the 80. This is his idea, and we'll see that car. It's still here today.
Yeah, not
absolutely.
finished.
It's not finished.
Never
but
finished.
This is the guy I got the idea from. So we'll see that later. Let's keep moving. Is the one we're going to take out into the truck?
Yeah, these are the ones we'll use for backup to winch you out.
Perfect. So when we take the episode, we go on the truck. We'll have this with us as well, and maybe a couple of your friends as well.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll get some friends to come along.
Perfect. Very cool.
So this is a full chromoly chassis frame.
Yep.
Patrol diffs. This is actually the first build that I've used patrol diffs. I wanted to see how strong they were.
Right.
So far,
You were saying there's a bit of misconception. Everyone loves and knows Toyota's reliable, but they do not understand patrols because they're not common here. That you're trying to get them into the market a bit more, but it's just they don't understand that they're a stronger diff.
No, I'm not teaching. I'm just keeping them for myself.
Keep them all for yourself. Our truck's getting patrol diffs under it, believe it or not. Very cool.
4JG2 engine. So before the 4JJ1.
So it's out of an older version of the 4J.
Out of a Bighorn.
Right.
Trooper. Or Jackaroo, but
everything's diesel here. You like diesel?
No, actually, this is one of the first buggy I built was diesel.
Yeah.
The last buggy I built was diesel, but everything in between were all LSs, basically.
LS, yeah. It's not here. We finished it the other night, but his rock bouncer. I'll show you a shot of that beautiful car. Just got sent to a show in Java, so I'll send you. Yeah.
Well, if you guys
in
were,
Jakarta,
Jakarta,
yeah.
Well, it's still in Java. If you guys weren't here, we wouldn't have finished it last night or this morning.
As if we would have slowed you down. 4 a.m. the boys finished, so pretty crazy.
So we left on basically much Tuesday morning. We were still painting it on Sunday.
Crazy. They're assembling it with wet paint still. All right, let's keep moving. More cars. I just wanted to quickly talk about just the container, architecture. Like I've seen a lot of your containers, bits pushed in, cutouts. It's very creative. So this is a good internal. Like this is all going to have lighting and everything in here.
Yes, everything lighting.
Yeah, that's a sick car. I don't know what is that? An old
I did that 30 years ago, Sam.
Oh man, that thing's awesome. So cool. Chassis. This is a 80 series
80
chassis.
series we're restoring. I don't really do restoration, but this is a good customer, so I did it for him.
Lots of 80s around.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a ground up build. It's nice and chassis.
80 series are worth 80,000, 90,000. So people are actually wanting to restore them.
Yeah.
But this area here is actually Also another display area, but flexible.
Yep.
Meeting rooms up the top, which people can hire out if they want to have.
Are they going to have like glass panels? Oh,
Yeah.
this is like a little viewing area.
Yes, for over here, because that's going to be the stage. I was thinking of putting our truck actually the other day and make the bed as the stage.
Ah, yeah, because so this is a little amphitheater.
Yeah, that's right, amphitheater, so they can
have shows and whatnot.
So
that'd be cool.
So our truck will always be, you know.
Yeah, always seen.
Always seen.
I better do some better welding than I've already done then. More Land Cruisers behind us.
Yes.
This one's very nice. And you built the bar, you were saying.
Yes, built the bar, but no, this one's been modified by a different shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, came back here and because it wasn't riding nice, I made it ride nice, and they modified it.
Yeah.
And, whatever.
Big wheels again. They look like 40s.
Yeah.
Everything's got treps on them here. The FJ. It does look good, but shame we can't have it in Australia.
Oh, you can't use trips?
No, well you can, but it's not really legal. Like you'll get pulled over and then they'll be like, oh, you have these big tires. It just puts the eyes on it. The police are like, if it's got treps, there's more modifications, you know what I mean? So this is very tidy cruiser.
This is also another restoration, body off, full restoration that we did.
Customer one or yours?
Customer one.
Yeah.
I never keep my cars here because my customer goes, I don't want to wait, how much is yours? So,
so we get to see yours at your house?
Yes.
That's what I was wondering. Everything that he's got doesn't run. I'm like, why not? But you've got them hiding, I'm sure.
Hiding.
Very cool.
So this museum, the idea about it is not to show off, you know, what our family have.
Yeah.
Or this is a car, this is a spec, and that's it. No, every car has a story. How we got it, how my dad got it, how we built it. That's why it's called Making Cars, the whole museum.
Yeah.
I want the workshop to be part of the museum as well.
Yeah.
So people can come here and see how we actually make cars.
So they'll be able to go out in this area and have a look.
Yeah.
And all the cars in here will be yours and maybe a couple customers and then obviously people that come in and build with you. Yeah.
And the second floor is all actually for education. I want people to see, you know, how does a differential work? How does a power steering system work? So kids can actually, you know, there and actually turn things and see it for themselves.
You were telling me this before, you were like real big on the education for the younger generation because they don't get that here.
No.
And then they don't see it and they don't have a passion for it. You're trying to get them into cars and it's very
pass on the passion to demonstrate that there's actually a career in automotive, right?
Yep.
People here think, there's no career in this, but there is.
Yeah,
you know.
This is something international that you want to get people in. So any Aussies watching, highly recommend to come over here and check it out. It'll be done hopefully by the end of the year.
Yes.
But we'll keep moving. We'll go out to the workshop area. I might get Mitch to take over and run you through that. But this is only half of it. Well, not even half. The place is massive. But yeah, let's go check out the workshop and then what they've got out the back.
Yeah.
Sweet. I've taken over. Sammy's grabbing a drink. I'm going to go over to another part.
Another part which I've never allowed anyone to video.
Right. So we've got exclusive out here. Is this going to be a part of the museum or is this?
This will be second phase. So I'll do phase 1 first, and then there's going to be a big cafe here. So this place here is going to be a hangout place every Sunday. Cars and coffee every Sunday.
Oh, nice.
There'll be a cafe here providing, you know, beverages and so on.
Yeah, sweet.
And
Kind of bring the car scene.
What's at the back?
All pretty tight to here. Now, this is something we'd go crazy for in Australia, but they just see these as pieces of trash here. It's just like mini trucks. They're everywhere here.
This was a Mitsubishi dealership. My father started as a Mitsubishi dealer, and we sold these trucks. He sold, I think, about 2,000-3,000 of these a month. People were queuing up because you couldn't get cars back then.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, like mini trucks like this, we'd go crazy for in Oz, but they just think they're disposable here.
Well, we had them from day one. So
yeah, exactly.
This is my shed.
Shit.
My shed.
What is that back there?
This is a Mitsubishi Jeep. So it was under license by Mitsubishi.
Yeah, right.
So
and there's heaps of classic cars back there as well.
Yeah, it's a 55 Chevy C10 Dodge, I think.
Dodge.
So
yeah, there is a lot of cars.
We've been, well, my father has been collecting cars for over 60 years. The Halflinger.
This, I think we should outline. This is cool. Caught my eye. Halflinger.
This is what started it all. I went in one of these that my friend had, and he took me off-roading, and I was hooked. I thought, oh man, this is so much fun.
Yeah, this thing's
It's a rear engine, independent front and rear suspension, portal axle, triple locked.
Triple lock.
Triple lock, yeah. Center diff lock, front locker, rear locker from the factory. It was actually a two-cylinder air-cooled originally.
Yeah, right.
So this one's been modified. I've changed the engine.
Probably put an LS in it or something.
No. These are my Jeeps. Is CJ7 here, restored.
Shit.
This is a CJ8, so the pickup version of the
Holy crap.
CJ.
More extremely clean, fully restored vehicles.
I restored them quite a while ago.
Yeah, everything here just immaculate. It's all on jack stands. Everything's up off the ground.
These are the M151, or the military utility tactical truck. What they call them, the MUTs.
Right,
designed by Ford, built by AM General. 24 volts, 4-cylinder, waterproof, front and rear, independent suspension.
So this is like, could be, a lot of these cars, do you think they're going to go into the museum?
Yeah, once we restore them, we'll put them in the museum.
And over here, I think this is something Australians would quiver if they saw. So back here, it's probably like 50 GU Patrol diffs.
That was a pretty good guess. So yeah, 50 sets of GU diffs.
He's got H260s, which Australians would die for. Fronts, rears, coil sprung. They're all coiled, all brake calipers.
14 bolt Dana 60s.
14 bolt Dana 60s.
60 series, 80 series, 40 series.
Yeah, the Aussies would be crying right now because they're pretty rare in Oz. And he's got all of them here, that's why. And we move along, we got, what's all the timber? All that work up there?
My father's other love, apart from cars, always loved antique timber, furniture, because all of them were being destroyed or exported. He just wanted to preserve them.
So what would the age on some of them be?
Some of them are the ones you see at, I'll take you to my dad's house, 400 years old. Yeah, so quite old.
It's older than Australia as a country.
Yes.
And this big ball of glad wrap?
This is one of the engines that we stock. We always have LS in stock. This is a 6-litre LQ.
Full crate motor?
Yeah, we have LSAs, LS3s, LS6, LS7. We have it.
If you name it, he's got it.
These are my FJs, FJ. That's actually the one with the like an FJ25 door.
Yep.
Is different.
So you got all the FJs.
FJs is another older FJ.
Aussies would go crazy.
Canvas roof, still this on the tree shifter.
Jesus. There's so much. And I saw something before, which I'm quite interested in, and I know a few boys would be as well. You've got a 4J back there.
Yes.
So they're not big here in Indonesia.
Isuzu never sold many D-Maxes because everybody's Toyota minded as usual.
Yeah.
But that engine has been modified. It's just ready to drop it into something.
Are you thinking a rock bouncer or a street car or?
I did think about putting into the 80 series with the 200 series front. So I'll tell you a little bit more about the change in mind on that concept on that car.
Yeah.
But it's something different. I'm bored of the LSs and that kind of stuff. So
some diesel power.
Something different.
Yeah, I'm a big lover for 4Js obviously because of my ute, so that's cool to see. And I thought 4Js were huge over here in Indonesia, but that's more Thailand.
Thailand and Malaysia.
Thailand stuff. Sweet. Well, amongst all the more diffs that we've got sitting here,
there's ARB bars, more wood, and actually inside these crates are brand new NOS engines from 1970s from Mitsubishi. My dad's got like brand new crate engines from the Vietnam War, Jeeps and stuff like that, which all go into the museum.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
So there's plenty of stuff to look at when you come over here when the museum's done.
Yes.
That's for sure. All right, well, let's go check out the workshop.
So now we're out of the shed.
Into like the coffee and car area.
The burnouts area.
Section. I feel like we've got to do one or two while we're over here. I don't think many people could say we've done a burnout in another country. But now we're coming to the workshop.
Yeah, this is the workshop where we do all the custom fab. This is where we made especially an area for B&B to build things
Whatever
like
this is.
Whatever this
So when I first came, first was told about this, I didn't actually know what facilities, another country has. And we've shown up and they've actually pretty much got everything that we have. He's got benders, notches, really good welders actually, better than us. And a great team that works with you as well. Your boys, I've noticed, they work hard, they go fast, they get shit done. So how long has the workshop been a thing?
Well, I've been tinkering cars ever since I can remember because, my dad had the Mitsubishi workshop here. That's how I learned. I just sat down and watched the mechanics how to do things. And then on the side, I've been cutting up my own cars, to go off-road and things like that. And then one day I just decided that, let's make it into a business. It's kind of by accident, but yeah, now it's a full-on business that we employ more than 50 people now. And something that, my crew is just the best. I can't do all these things without my crew. And we're a good team. We love doing one-offs like this.
This truck.
Especially with a time limit of a few days. Yeah.
Yeah, look, we've only got a couple more days left, but I'm hopeful. I feel like we're going to get it done.
This is one of the rooms where I stash my own cars.
Here's some more projects.
Which never gets done. This is for my customer. We're just waiting for the Atlas transfer case. And then we'll drag it out there and finish it off. It's almost ready to
sheet metal housing you all made yourself as well?
The diff, yeah. The diff, it's actually chromoly. Half-inch thick wall.
Holy shit.
So, yeah, you can smack that on rocks if you like.
Yeah. Yes, everything's in-house.
So we made this to fit a Toyota diff.
Yeah.
Usually they're 9-inch or whatever. So we were one of the first few to actually make them to fit a Toyota.
An actual sheet metal housing for a Toyota diff, yeah.
35 spline, front and rear, or you want to go 40s, we can as well. My CJ, that's something that we built a long time ago, which Sam actually wanted to finish off. And this is TJ that I have. This story. I had a TJ, they're worth a lot here. I wanted to make the TJ Brute, which I don't know if we saw one here. And I was waiting for a half cut so that we can finish off. It's like a kit that you buy from America and you can make it into a ute.
Yep.
And I was waiting and nobody had one. So I thought, okay, we only got a few days to finish off before the Jeep Jamboree. So I cut it. I cut the TJ, a good TJ, and made it into a Brute, which you'll see later. And a week later, after the Jamboree, the guy says, I got that half cut now. I was like, oh. So I decided to join it up again, the half cut and the rear, and made a custom chassis at the back. Now it's got the Curry F9 diffs.
Yeah, there's different diffs there.
So sheet metal diff again, 35 spline front and rear, extra wide for the TJ. One day I'll finish it.
It's a serious bit of wheeling rig.
Yeah, it's I want to build it for when I take my kids out and go out wheeling.
All right, well, let's go look at something that Sam is absolutely in love with. I'm going to give it over to him now because this is his thing. So we'll go find him and hand him over for this part.
We're into the next room here. I spotted this the other day and it's special to me. It's dear to my heart because this is the car that inspired my 80 series build with a 200 front end. But there's one thing I've noticed. I've built mine, given it away, but yours is still in the same condition. What happened?
Yeah, it's one of those projects because we've got so many other projects for customers, right? Something that I wanted to do but never got around to do. But I put it away. The door was closed when you came here, right?
Yeah.
So that nobody
got a bit of dust on it.
A lot of dust and cobwebs. I did change my mind halfway during the project. COVID happened as well, so I wasn't in Indonesia. I was actually in Perth for 3 years. So I took the original 80 frame off and the portal axles and so on.
Yeah, because when I saw it last, it had the twin turbo LS, big portal. So is that still the plan, or has it changed?
No, it's changed. Sick of LSs, so I'm going to make a custom tube frame for this car. And actually just weld it together with the body, so it's like a monocoque.
So no 80 series chassis or anything, full tube. Full tube. Right. And same diffs or different?
I might go pre-runner style actually.
Right,
So front independent
and big
wide
control
arm,
arms,
big control arms, big diff at the back,
Yep.
and just a monster engine.
Yeah,
and
something
just,
big.
Have it, for sand.
So one thing I noticed with this, different to mine, like they've done the tube front end, and all this is steel. So again, they're really good with their sheet metal work. You've extended the door a bit, removed that back window and everything to make it a two-door, which is cool. But I really hope you get it done. I'm keen to see it.
So you've seen it in the pictures. What does it look like in real life compared to the pictures? Any different? Or?
It's the same. It's the same way I've seen it. But I do love the front end. But the only thing I'm thinking is the 300 series is out now. It's like old already.
I like old.
Yeah. No, definitely a special car, and I'm glad it's still here. I was like, where's the 200? Where's the 200? So yeah, it's cool to see. Out and look at the track out the front there. He's built to take customers for rides. Before we go have a look, this is the actual one that they're going to use. So it doesn't look like much.
No, we'll finish it off soon. I mean, you know how fast we can build a buggy.
I know. It'll be like 4 days and it's done.
Yeah, so this is a 3-seater. The driver will be in the middle. We can take 2 people at one go.
Yep.
Scare the shit out of them. And it's rear engine, small engine, another 1.5 litre turbo diesel, but it's just all about gearing.
Just built real slow, built to flex. What kind of shocks? The air shocks?
ORI, Ori struts.
Yeah.
Just keep it simple.
Yeah. Sweet.
fancy.
Patrol diffs again?
Again, patrol diffs. It's only diffs I got.
I know. That's why I can't find any at home. You've already imported them all. Right, let's go check this track out.
All right, so the museum's back there.
Yep.
And in between the cafe and restaurant area, this is going to be sealed off as a playground for kids. So if you got the parents come in and want to enjoy the museum, don't want to be disturbed by kids.
So you're putting a building in the between there and just play area.
Yeah, just big.
Or is it going to be like climby thing?
Oh yeah.
Monkey bars.
Yeah. And we're actually importing the main attraction, the biggest toy. From Australia.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I grew up in Australia, so...
Yeah, you spend a lot of time in Perth. And you're also saying you're building a hotel here too for people to stay. So you can come, stay at the hotel, check out all the facilities, shows, rock crawling, see all the cars, see the workshops. So much to see.
We also have a bunch of villas in Bali.
Yeah.
So it's be all one in package. And then you just click one button.
Everyone wants to stop in Bali.
Bali first here and so on. So this is a track.
This is a track. It's not quite finished. You're going to come back around.
So, you come into here.
Yep.
So this is the entry.
So it's all rocks, all cement.
Cemented, because if it's not cemented, it's pretty dangerous. We've done tracks like that for rock rolling comps, and if it moves, it's dangerous.
Man, it's very intense, like crazy obstacles up there.
So you'll be coming here and driving along the fence line, so it's a good maybe 50 odd meters or so.
Yeah.
So
right
you'll be
on the main road.
Above the fence, across there, and then we turn around at the back.
So to go around,
we go up and then around, turn that way to the right, and then go back this way and out this way.
Wow.
I'll show you this.
What else are you going to add?
Yeah, there's 2 V's and drop-offs down there.
Yeah, like a little gun shot.
Let's have a look.
All right, we'll go around.
So it'll be along the fence line, and the easy way would be to go around there and down the V. Or if you want to do a straight drop, you can go down straight drop and up there. And then there's another more extreme drop. I want to make people experience what it's like, like vertical drops.
Getting held in with a seatbelt.
So that's about a, 1.5 meter drop. So I've designed it so that one drops vertically and the one doesn't. So you'll be like almost tipping over. And then the other way going up will be opposite. Left hand side vertical and then up. So
very good.
It's kind of safe because you're in a ditch. If you go on the side, it's
not going to roll.
So then we can use other lines for when we have rock rolling comps.
You can just go anywhere. All right, let's go check out your joint.
All right.
All right, guys, now we didn't end up filming. We went to Jujo's place just out of respect for his privacy, but it was super nice to be shown around all the different places he's got. Big shout out to guys at ProRock. The facility there is pretty insane. So if you're watching this, hopefully it would have been finished by the end of this year. He's going to have it done, and I highly recommend jumping over and checking out his museum. I know I'm going to be one of the first ones there to go have a look. So Check it out. Next week, we do have the final episode on the truck build. So if that's not out already, there'll be a link down below to the playlist where I've combined all of these international trips into a playlist. You can guys go check them out. We'll see you next week.